Hello and welcome to FTB Sports. This is the Tottenham Hotspur Preview Show for the North London Derby. Do I need to say any more than that? I am joined today by my super special guests, as always, residents in the house, Mike and Darius. And we're also joined by Arsenal fan in the left-hand side, the Nigerian Englishman.
Now.
Oh, don't talk too much yet. On the right-hand side, we have Abbi Summers, Spurs fan, and we're going to go through this today for tomorrow's game. Kick-off 4:30. I can't wait for it. I'm going to try to be impartial as possible. I don't know how that's going to work because I can't be impartial, but I'm going to just try and be the host. So, welcome, guys. How are we all doing?
Great. Yeah, good.
Good, man. Very good. Very good.
I can see everybody's got that pent-up sort of thinking that
nervous
we're going to
smile.
win.
I call it. Nervous smile.
It's definitely nervous smile. Well, let's get straight into this. And we'll probably start with the opposition first. What do you think Arsenal need to do to win this game? The Nigerian Englishman, take it away. State your case.
What I think Arsenal need to do to win this game. I think we definitely need our central midfielders to have a good game. So in terms of Partey needs to be able to complete 90 minutes of football. That's number one.
That's not gonna happen.
It's like he's not had enough full since he left Atletico, so he's not got the energy. But yeah, Partey needs to play well. I would go with,
don't forget,
as reluctantly as I am to say his name, after what Danny did in the last 2 Europa League games, I gotta go with Xhaka in the midfield. I gotta go with him. Like, you saw what Ceballos done in the last 2 Europa League games, right?
Yeah,
I don't know
he made a mistake in the other one as well, didn't he? Yeah.
Like, it's a madness. So, and then I think go with Smith Rowe in the number 10 role. If we play those three, I believe we'll dominate the midfield. You ain't got nothing for us, mate. Højbjerg and whatever that guy is, mate. And Ndombele player
already started.
No, but, mate, he's got and Ndombele most improved player of the season. Like, you know that trophy you used to get, like, because you weren't really a good player in the team. Any progression is like, oh yeah, most improved player. Yeah, he's doing his thing. But against that three, you guys ain't got nothing for us. That's what I'm saying.
Are you done?
Finished? For that segment.
Oh, that's good, because I had some things in that segment. This is like, I had to just do this. Anyway, in the blue corner, the same question. What do Spurs have to do, Abby, to win this game tomorrow?
I mean, if they're relying on Granit Xhaka to be your savior tomorrow, you really need to evaluate your squad. What do Spurs need to do? Spurs need to defend well. And I think we all know that. You know, the last couple of games we've looked much better. Obviously, keeping a bit of consistency as well is key. Would ideally like to see Reguilon back. Want to see Aurier in there as well. Assume he's going to go with Toby and Sanchez. And defending well, concentrating and not making individual mistakes. Because if you look at how we are up top, there's no qualms, there's no issues about us going forward. Even in midfield, I think with Ndombele, Højbjerg, I think that we're pretty good in that department. And going forward, it's just that defence and whether or not Tottenham are going to turn up for the Tottenham of like the last 3 weeks or the Tottenham of the last 2 months are going to turn up prior to that.
Yeah, I like that. Agree with that.
Hey, host, we didn't ask you if you agreed with that. We never asked. Keep it moving. All right,
You're right in that. So I'm still going to come to my guests on the top level. Darius, take it away. What do we need to do to win tomorrow? Oh, sorry. What do Spurs need to do? Because I can't be like, I'm partial. What does Spurs need?
You know what it is for me? It's not necessarily.
When you got Spurs for life in your name, I think you're kind of.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't really say.
It's true.
No, honestly, like for me and Spurs in this game particularly, I don't think Spurs have to do much, as opposed to Arsenal will probably create their own mistakes, and I've seen it in the past games. Arsenal seem to be able to score goals for the opposition and it's still not be an own goal because they've made mistakes in the opposition to score. So I think that Spurs will have to work hard. Obviously, it's a derby, but I think that Arsenal are going to make mistakes. I honestly think that a goal or two might come from an Arsenal player making mistakes, as it did in the game, not earlier on in the season, but last season when Kolasinac played a suicide ball to David Luiz and Son capitalized. So I think that there's a history of Arsenal making mistakes and creating their own problems, and there is also a history for Spurs to do that. We've got centre backs who like to take naps on football pitches, and you know what I mean. There's always opportunities for Arsenal to score, but I just think that honestly, that Arsenal team is so prone to mistakes, and we have got players who can capitalize on those mistakes. And I take that Man U game as a great example of as soon as Martial got sent off, we seemed to notice that they were a little bit nervous, and as soon as he got sent off, we scored that third goal. We capitalized on the mistake. So that's what I'm hoping Spurs can do. I'm hoping that we come out pressing, because I think that Arsenal will play out from the back like they do. They won't play long. They won't want to do that. I think they'll create their own problems. If we can press high, we can press forward. Kane, Son, I think they'll make mistakes, and I think we can score a goal from that. So I'm looking for Arsenal to do the work for us tomorrow. That's my take.
Mike, who's the pressure more on? Is it Arsenal or Spurs for the victory tomorrow?
I'd say probably more Arsenal for the pressure, because we've already won the first game.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that, Nigerian Englishman? We won the first game comfortably.
And it was comfortable. And it was very comfortable. Very comfortable.
All right, I'll hold back for now.
And I think for us, as long as our back line is, I think like the guys said already, as long as the back line keeps it tight, concentrates, as long as if it's Toby and Sanchez playing together in that centre-back pairing, as long as Toby communicates as he has been doing with Sanchez, then I think we're all good. I don't think Arsenal's back line are going to cope with if Bale, Son, and Kane turn up and fancy it. Arsenal's back line aren't going to cope with that.
So just touching on your point, touching on your point, Mike, about should be comfortable for us, and we won comfortably. Let's just look at the last 5 Premier League fixtures in this competition. So as you can see, the last game, as we talked about, 2-0 to Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and before that, again 2-1 against the Arsenal. It has been a while since we've won at the Emirates, 2011 season, I believe it was. But if you look at the last 5 games, Arsenal have only won 1. Do you have anything to add to that, Mr. Nigerian Englishman?
Blah, blah, blah. We're doing history lessons right now. Is that what we're doing?
That's
okay,
what you do well.
Only a couple years.
No problem.
If
that's what you're opening up, no problem. Okay,
no,
first
I get
thing
history from you lot all the time. This is what I keep saying. Oh, you lot ain't won a trophy. Oh, we're the Invincibles. But that's going back sometimes.
You've opened that up, so we'll get to
the last 5 games.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
The last 5 games, to be honest, you have had the upper hand. In the last 2 games in particular, we kind of gave you the victories, to be fair. We were on, especially the game last season when, as you said, Kolasinac put you guys in a good situation and then you ended up winning the game. We were on top at that time. So we would have seen that through if not for that mistake, I do believe. But as you said, on top of that, the Emirates. You guys have nightmares, whether it's Highbury, the Emirates, wherever you come. You guys have nightmares of this place. Let's be real. Like you said it yourself, 2011 was the last win. You guys know you're not winning. And Mike,
sorry. Can I just quit myself? We did actually beat you in 2018 in the League Cup. I think it was 2-0 at your stadium. So we did beat you. Just to put that in there. Go on. Sorry.
Appreciate that. Thanks. All right. So Mike said something interesting. He said that he believes that there's going to be more pressure on Arsenal to win the game because you guys have won the early game. I don't agree, and the reason I don't agree is because it's a North London derby. Like pressure, there's pressure on both sides. It's just as bad for each of us. Mourinho's coming up against Arteta, who he's supposed to be the superior manager. Arteta can't slap him up. If he slaps him up on Sunday, then that's a bad look for him, like 100%. And in terms of Spurs coming out of the Arsenal shadow, which is so long away, like you have to come into those games like we used to come into games. Like we need to beat you 6 points every single season because we were dominating you. You guys are on top right now.
You don't come into games like that. You haven't for years.
Yeah, I said used to.
You guys
used to.
Yeah.
So we're not doing a history lesson, are we? We're not doing any history lessons, are we?
Wait.
No, that's
I said
fine.
used
we're not doing
to.
history today.
But my point is, you guys have never come into games like that.
But have we ever been in a situation that we can? I'm talking about you. Like again, I'll use the term that you lot call it. You call it bottlers, no trophies, whatever. We're always the underdogs. So now we're kind of not. I'm more confident. I'm not going to say anything until my part, but I'm more confident now. So that point might go to them lot, but I'm a lot more confident now. I want to smash you lot. So
okay, so are we who's the underdogs in this game then?
Abby, I'll let you take that.
Yeah, Abby, who's the underdogs?
I don't think either of us are an underdog anymore. I think that we're both very evenly matched. But the difference is Arsenal were always here when you think like going back to my childhood and things like that. And like if you look at how far Arsenal have fallen, that says more about you guys and how much Spurs have come up and the expectations come up, you know. So we're very evenly matched, but I think for contrasting reasons, really. So I don't know. Look, it's a massive game. Obviously, you want to have the bragging rights. You want to win the game. I think that we're both very similar in how in our problems. You know, I think that you guys can't defend. I don't think we can defend.
Agreed.
You know, both of our best strengths are going forward. And I think it's really who's going to be able to defend the best and make as many individual and avoid as many individual errors as possible tomorrow. For me, I don't think that either one of us is necessarily better than the other these days. I think that we're very much. Yes, I think Spurs have been, you know, quite a few miles ahead of us
for sure.
Yeah, over the last couple of years, and obviously circumstances with us have stalled that. You know, whether it's been lack of investment or, you know, the change in manager or, you know, just not having enough quality. And I think if you look at Arsenal, it's similar. You know, not necessarily your change in manager. I actually think Arteta is a very good coach. You know, from an unbiased perspective. You know, being with Pep, there's no way he can't be, and he can't have learned, you know, things that he wants to implement. And we see that with Arsenal, how, you know, he's
learned to put some cones down very well. I must say that he does do that very well.
How he obviously wants Arsenal to play in a specific way, and I think that if I'm being unbiased, which I'm probably not supposed to be on here, I think it's good that you actually stuck with him, because I think if you would have got rid of him, it would have been a mistake for you guys. Probably would have been good for us, but I think it would have been a mistake for you to get rid of him. And I think obviously you've got better as the season's gone on, because you've got the young players in Saka, in Emil Smith Rowe as well, and I think that's your advantage. We're very similar in our problems and where, you know, the issues are, and where our best assets are. So I think it's very even tomorrow.
So wait, first of all, Abby, I want to apologize for disrupting your childhood and stuff with my team and stuff like that. First of all, apologies for that, yeah. And then all I'm saying is this: I agree with a lot of the things she's saying. I do, but if you guys are really gonna start trying to come out of our shadow, you need to come into games like this saying we are the favorites. Like what? We're the favorites. You're still saying, "Oh, we're the underdogs." We haven't. Oh,
I never said we're the underdogs. To be fair, you know, talking about shadows. I mean, are you going to try and get back into the Champions League at some point?
At some point, I might say 4 years. I think it's been 4 years.
I mean, you should.
I mean, before they attempt to get into the top four, they got to try and get into the top six first.
You're right.
So wait, that's very true. So you lot are getting into the top four this season, yeah? Say it with your chest.
Much more of a possibility.
Say yes with your chest. Go on.
There's more chance.
I'm not going
to. There's more chance of Tottenham doing it than Arsenal.
100%.
Without a doubt.
Right.
You know, if we win this game and we go on 28 points, we are only, I believe, 2 points behind Chelsea.
Yeah, it's very tight.
We'll be 10 points ahead of you. So
mind that gap.
You actually, Nigerian Englishman, to come out of shadows, you actually need sunshine. And I don't see much sunshine down at the Emirates at the present time. So I don't think there's any shadows to come out of, personally. That's just my personal opinion. But as an unbiased host, I'm going to move on. So let's just play a clip from Jose just talk. Let's listen to what Jose had to say when asked about Arsenal and how they're doing.
Before you play that clip, right? I hope you've got a clip of Arteta as well, you non-biased host.
Oh, you know what? I couldn't find it.
Okay. Go on, play
anyway, let's listen to Jose.
Play the clip.
I look up, I don't look down. If Arsenal was 7 points ahead of us, I would look to them. But because we have 7 points more than them, I don't look down, I look up.
Was that the end of the clip? Or what?
The end of the clip. And I'm saying nothing. I'm leaving it open for you guys to say what you want to do.
Go on, Darius, I want to hear what you have to say about that.
About that clip specifically?
Yeah.
I I'll be honest with you. I still look at Arsenal because it's Arsenal and it's a rival. But my interest in Arsenal is really, I won't lie to you, my interest in Arsenal has gone down, except for when it's a North London derby, because to me, you guys aren't even really top 6, 7 best teams in the league. So I'd say that Leicester, Villa, West Ham, all better than you.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just one of those things where it's just a case of you guys are down there and you haven't really climbed back up. So there's not a reason for me to be scared apart from on the days of our derbies. So I know you got the FA Cup, that's great, but it's like what do you constitute as success? You guys want to say that an FA Cup's great and we haven't got one, but again, we're different in the fact that we haven't really got any history. So if we can win that FA Cup, it's cool, and you won't be able to say anything. But you lot have won the FA Cup, and we can still talk about you lot being 10th and you lot spending ridiculous money on players that aren't that good, in my opinion. So for me, my question is: do you look at Tottenham as much as you think that we do, or do you think that we're not as good as you think? Do you think that we're higher because we're lucky? I don't know. First of all,
Darius, you're a funny guy, man. You're a funny guy. Because I hope it's not my eyes, because obviously it's a bit sunny over here. Sometimes the heat gets to my head. I get a bit drowsy and stuff. So did you just go FA Cup? Huh?
That's what you guys treat as. That's basically you guys treat the FA Cup as. And I'm saying, well, it's important.
We do. Okay, don't talk about us. Like, you're a Tottenham fan, so you lot talk about you lot.
If we win FA Cup, if we win
14 times, it's a bit more than. Yeah.
If we win the Carabao Cup this season, I'll be the first person to be running down the street screaming. But what I'm saying is, you guys need to keep a little bit of the energy when you're when you're discrediting your own FA Cups. That's my only thing, because I spoke to a lot of Arsenal fans and like FA Cup, we need to we're Premier League, we're a Premier League team. We need to be challenging, and really and truly,
and you're right, Darius. But Spurs fans can't talk to us about that, innit? Everyone else, Liverpool, Man U, City, you guys can all talk to us about that. But Spurs fans, don't even disrespect the Community Shield. Because when was the last time you guys even played in that? Huh? Community Shield, some throwaway trophy. You guys haven't even played in that for how many years?
Can I ask you a question?
What, Gary Lineker days?
Would you rather have the FA Cup as an Arsenal fan, or would you rather get back into the Champions League?
What, right now? Right now, Champions League, because we've won 14 of them. That's why.
But
we've won 14 of them.
But if success is judged on how many trophies you win, surely you'd want to win the FA Cup. That must be more important to an Arsenal fan. And finish
more facts.
It's not a concept of more important. An FA Cup. FA Cup is valuable.
Don't forget that top 4 trophy.
FA Cup is valuable
by Arsene Wenger. That top 4 trophy, you got plenty of them. 16 in a row, wasn't it? It was great.
When you talk about trophies, can you not involve any Spurs in that? Trophy, don't talk but it should not leave your mouth yet. If you guys had your chance.
This isn't about trophies. I'm asking you as an Arsenal fan, what's more important to you? Would you rather have your top 4 trophy finish 4th? Or would you rather have an FA Cup and finish 10th? So what's more important? Because you're all about trophies. But you invented the top 4 trophy, which is great. But
do you know what? I'm not all about trophies. I'm all about success. And success is highlighted by trophies and in competition involvement. Both of them. I'm about success. Success indicates trophies. Trophies indicate success, sorry.
You just told me you don't finish 4th, but you don't get a trophy for finishing 4th.
No, you're not going to win. Abby, they do get them.
No, but you asked me as a fan right now, in this situation, what would I rather right now? Finish in the top 4 or win the FA Cup?
Yeah.
I'd probably finish in the top 4.
Yeah, but you just said it's about winning and being successful.
Okay,
you're not going to win the Champions League. So technically it's for nothing.
How do you know? You never know till you play it.
He was in it 16 years in a row and he got to one final. And we was in it 4. We got to one final. So
don't worry, you lot aren't going to win it. Don't worry.
You're never going to win.
There is no stress on that.
Wait. Stranger things have happened. You lot played in one of those finals.
That's
so
on Netflix.
I don't know what you lot talking about.
It's on Netflix, Stranger Things. So come on. Before we get into this, I want to get on to, and this is going to be a good question. So I'm going to put up my view of what I think. And I apologize for not having the Arsenal one because I really didn't know which players I could put in there. But I've got a preview of my possible lineup for tomorrow. And the question I want to ask from this lineup, and this is good for you, Nigerian Englishman first, who from Arsenal would get into this Spurs team?
Honestly.
Wait, hold on.
And be honest with
hold
yourself.
on. First of all,
and if you mention Aubergine,
and if
cancel
you
this.
even talk Xhaka and any sort of...
Are you going to let me speak?
Breathe Xhaka, and then
all these
we're going to cut you off.
strikes and stuff.
Do not bring that X name into this, please.
Can you do me a favor?
Yes.
Can we change Doherty for Aurier, because Doherty's
you know what? He's actually speaking right now.
He's not getting in anyone's team. Do you get what I'm saying?
I agree with that. Come
on. Get him off there.
Why have you put him in there? Because
if you're putting Doherty there, I'm saying Bellerin, I'm saying Chambers, I'm saying fucking Mainsley now.
Let me defend this first. Let me defend this predicted lineup. Right. Okay. So I go back to Thursday. So on Thursday, this is how we started. So we had Aurier starting at right back. I'm not entirely sure that Jose is going to play Aurier again. Now, I'm not saying between the two, Doherty is better than Aurier, but what I'm saying is, given the fact that Aurier played all the game on Thursday, I cannot see him started. Doherty has improved. I've been one to really give him a hard day. He hasn't been the best right back. We bought him from Wolves, expecting him to be this right back, but he has come out in the press and said, he's finding it difficult to settle down and all the rest of it. And you have to give players a little bit of leeway because of that. I think I didn't give him enough. So going back to this, that's why
we're going to go off this then. We'll go off this. Perfect. So first of all, I'm going to say Doherty for Cedric. I'm saying that straight.
I'll agree.
I'm definitely saying Gabriel for Sanchez. Like, you're having a laugh.
I also agree.
Come on, man.
That's about
What's his name? Gundogan had him doing the Macarena last time you got played.
Keep going. Say it with your chest as well.
He's going to say Tierney now. What?
Tierney for Regulon. Tierney for Regulon. Tierney for
laugh.
Of course you know I was going to say that. Tierney for Regulon. Big fact.
Okay, can I ask you a question? What is it about Tierney's game and his attributes that surpass Reguilon's? That's a genuine question, because I do rate them both incredibly highly. But what is it about Tierney that you think is better?
I'd say defending and heart.
So, but Reguilon has got experience.
Because Reguilon's got a great delivery. Reguilon's got a great delivery. That's about it. Like, for me,
defending and heart.
Yeah,
really.
Heart.
That's
the heart, passion.
Do you remember?
Passion, you get me?
Do you remember Tierney running around in a circle like a FIFA glitch?
I do remember that. Falling over the ball. I do remember that.
Way you can put Tierney over Reggie.
You said defending and heart. Is that what you said? And you said it out loud as well.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because I believe they're on par with everything else. Like, in terms of delivery, they're the same for me. Speed-wise, they're the same.
Reguilon's got much better pace than
I don't know, man. That's the bit.
He'll clean Tierney in a race. But I agree. No, I agree. I think Tierney's a good point.
I believe that's an argument.
Keep going.
Okay.
I'm going
to say
the rest of your midfielder up front.
Wait, can I talk, please?
No.
Yeah.
No.
All right. So
there is no one else.
What's his name? Højbjerg, sit down for Partey.
Nah, I can't take him serious anymore.
Look, okay. If we're doing a predicted like joint 11, I would say maybe Partey and Højbjerg have to be in the same team.
And then put Ndombele in the 10.
Ndombele has to miss out then.
No. You can
put Ndombele in the 10. Put him in the 10. Take out Mora. We can do that.
Ndombele's got to miss out. Because you guys,
I agree with the point you're saying about Partey. I would put Partey in, but I would
take Mora out
in the team, and I'd put Ndombele in that 10. I'll give you that.
So let's just get this one thing clear. Like, you guys do not have a better number 10 than we do. Facts.
Are you talking about Odegaard or Smith Rowe? Because I know you're not talking about Smith Rowe.
Either one. And Ndombele is not a better number 10, or Mora's not a better number 10 than Odegaard.
I'll give you Mora. Mora's not a number 10.
Like, number 10. Like, show me the games that this Ndombele has done as a number 10 that he's batted it up. As a number 10, not as a central midfielder. Number 10.
He played number
Tell
10
me.
earlier in the season. He was basically playing number 10 earlier in the season because
There's
Josie
no-
didn't
there's
really
no
use him
way.
to play
There's
centre mid.
no way.
And now he's been
There's no
and
way.
now he's been removed from that position. Exactly.
No,
So
he's
as
been
a number
he's
10,
been
Smith
promoted,
Rowe
in fact, because he's been trusted to
be-
play in that double pivot with Højbjerg. So he was playing in the
Okay.
10 because of fitness, and that was the reason why he couldn't really play a full 90 minutes. And I had an issue with
Okay.
that. But then
Cool.
he's improved. He's now playing in a double pivot and doing exactly what he does in a 10 in a double pivot. And now we can play another player in a 10. So it's kind of like we've added more to our team by taking Ndombele out of that 10 and putting him into
100%.
that centre mid position. I'm going to actually agree with you and say both your number 10s are better than Mora because they're both natural number 10s. Odegaard is a great player. I love Odegaard. I've been following Odegaard since he was at Real Madrid and he was this wonder kid. I think you got extremely lucky. I'll say though, the deal is a bad deal for Arsenal.
because he's going back. He's going back.
If you don't have some sort of negotiations with Real Madrid, because you're basically saying 6 months, here you go, we're going to play you over our number 10 and we're going to give you the experience and then we're going to send you back to Real Madrid.
I'm gonna cut. I just want to go back to this team because I want to get back to
Yeah.
this team.
Yeah.
I know why. So look, I'm getting rid of Ndombele and Mora, putting in Partey and Smith Rowe. And in the front three, I'll be honest, I'm just taking away Bale for Saka because we ain't seen enough of Bale this season, and Saka's been phenomenal. So
You've not seen enough of Bale.
he's only had 3 good games, bro, this season.
He's probably scored more goals than Saka in those 3 games.
Check the facts. If he scored more and assisted more than Saka in those time, no problem.
Nah, I would agree as well.
Probably-
Bale's
Like you lot aren't even be. You're talking about Bale's history.
Saka for
You're
Bale.
talking about Bale's history, but not Bale right now. But Bale, Real
Bale-
Madrid.
I'm going on form. I'm going on form
right now.
I'm going on
Right
right
now.
now.
Bale is better than Saka right
There's
now.
no
Right, as we
chance.
speak.
Saka's very good. Don't get me wrong. Saka's very good, but he's not better than Bale at this moment in time.
Bale
I'd take Bale all day
hasn't
long.
had. Okay, Bale's best game this season has not been better than Saka's best game this season. How about that?
I agree with you.
I agree as well. No, I will agree. I
Forget
think
that.
I've been on Bale's case for the whole season because it's Gareth Bale. At the end of the day, I expect Gareth Bale to be performing, and I know he had his injuries. Oh no, but the thing is for me, right? When I see Bale and Gareth Bale, I don't think it should take him 3-4 months to get into his flow. He's Gareth Bale at the end of the day. He's performing now because he's Gareth Bale. He should have been doing that.
He's not superhuman.
Yeah,
I understand that. But it's
He's a
at
project.
the end of the day, it's Gareth Bale. He's got a year to prove himself. We don't have time to wait for him to do. It's just my opinion, isn't it? He's doing well now, and I'm happy that he's doing well now, and I'll take him for another year.
But ask yourself why he's doing well now.
Because
one, he's fit.
Yeah, and also coming
2,
back from La Liga is
And he's cut down on goals. Of course, he'll do better.
It's a completely different league. The physicality is completely different in the league.
100%, no, 100%,
Coming back,
100%.
bear in mind, he was obviously injured when he came back anyway. To get back to fitness, then actually be able to get back to Premier League fitness is totally different. And I know that we all expected, Gareth Bale to come back and burst on it, but we forget he literally didn't play for like a year.
Almost 2 years. Yeah, you're right in what you're saying. I think it's more the fee as well. The 15 million that we're paying as well is.
We agree. Saka for Bale, that's what we agree on.
I don't put Saka in as well because I think that if you're basing it on a season, Gareth Bale hasn't done enough season.
Abbi knows, man. Talk that, Abbi.
I can't. I'm not one of those people that can't, appreciate, a good player for Arsenal. I'm not like that. Despite our rivalry, I'm not petty like that.
That's it, and that's why I know all of you thought I was gonna say Aubameyang for Kane. Like I'm being honest. Like Kane he's an all round beast. I can't even lie. I hate that guy. Like,
and Aubameyang has been pretty shocking this season as well.
Exactly.
But Aubameyang's had some personal issues, so I got to take that into consideration as well when I heard about that. So again, Aubameyang's a striker. At the moment, Kane's an all-round player. Kane does pretty much everything in this team. He assists, he scores goals. Aubameyang just scores goals.
That's his issue. Yeah, because if he's not scoring,
I agree.
I don't know what's his attributes? What can he contribute to the team
Even
if he's not scoring goals?
Even if he was firing on all cylinders, even if he was fit, even if he was in form, you still would choose Kane over him all day long. Surely,
I personally would. Yeah,
no, for sure, because I believe Kane does actually have more to his game than Aubameyang. I can honestly say that.
But I won't discredit Aubameyang's ability. He's a good striker. I do think he is slightly overrated because I do like my strikers to do more than score goals. But again, that's a different conversation. At the end of the day,
we just had a moment, Darius, and you just had to ruin it.
I'm
with
sorry.
that,
I'm
like,
sorry. So North
like,
London,
we just all had a-
you were the one who
No,
said
whatever.
we're not being
No.
nice. So I've
Fuck
got
Kane,
to
innit?
throw the
Sorry, excuse my
backhanded
language.
insult.
You got
has
to
come
do
in
that.
there.
So let's get to some comments here from some viewers here. Let's get to some comments so you can see what people are actually saying as well. So Adam Morris, only one question needed. How many will Arsenal concede? And Adam's a Man United fan, by the way. So just to put that in, he's not a Spurs fan. So how many will Arsenal concede, Mr.
Are you
Nigerian
asking for
Englishman?
my score prediction then? Is that what you're asking?
Oh, we're gonna get. Oh no, we're gonna get to that. That's a good point. We'll save that. That's just a question there for you to start thinking about how many you're gonna concede, whether that's 2, 3, or 4. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Spurs suck from Connor. Thank
Is
you.
it the
Connor.
Conor Horahan? Is it the actual Conor Horahan in our live stream talking to us as well?
It probably is.
Big man Connor, you know. He knows.
Big man Connor's saying, and this is where the banter goes a bit too far. Forest the better. Yeah, great. Fantastic. Solo 7, Arsenal win 2-1 tomorrow. Would do nicely. Again, a United fan. They got like, you know, reasons and agendas for that scoreline. But come on.
So when is an Arsenal positive one? It's an agenda. When it's Spurs, it's what?
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. But see, this is for you lot. Even Wickham could beat Spurs.
They didn't though. They didn't, did they?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say fact.
So more hating. Mr. B, good morning, FTB crew. Me personally, I hate Arsenal more than I hate Jose, just slightly. Spurs 3-1 to win. And Mr. B's a Man United fan as well. So they're all seeing the truth, really, I think, is what is going on here.
He's being honest.
Being honest. Zakis Forbes, great show, guys. Poor representation from Gooner Bugs. Fear has got them on lockdown. Spurs to win.
I don't need any sort of like backup here. I got these.
You've got a solid job. You've got a solid job to defend your team.
And last comment here at the moment from Stoney. Excellent show. The panel have whetted my appetite for this derby game. Harold and Bale. I don't know why he's calling him Harold. People start taking
I think I might call him Harold.
He looks like a Harold.
I might call him Harold from now on. I like that. I actually like that.
A bit of a Harry. Yeah.
No, man. The best player in the league, and you're calling him Harold.
Harold Kane.
The what? The what? In the what?
I'll say it with my chest. The best player in the league is Harry Kane.
Who is the best player in the league? If it's not Harry Kane. Who is the best player?
Say something.
Kevin De Bruyne.
That's a huge debate.
Oh, come on. I'm talking this season.
You might have had. No. I'm sticking with Kane.
He's
got more assists and more goals. Yeah. No, Kane's the best player.
Wait, are you saying wait, hold on. Are you saying if we're gonna do the PFA Player of the Year at this point of the season, is that what you're saying?
Cut it down right now. Bam. Who's the player of the year? Who's been the
player
best
of the year right now? Wait, hold on.
Are you going to say something stupid like Smith Rowe?
It can't say don't say Party because he's not even played much this season.
Nah, you're right. To be honest, right now it probably would be Kane, man. I've never thought of it until now.
After all that bluster, and then you come back to saying the same thing I said in the first place, and you know it's true. Kevin De Bruyne.
The only person I think is Ruben Diaz.
He's been injured, that's why.
Ruben Diaz has been revolutionary for City, but he's the only person I can put on the same.
And also, Saka's, it's only his first year doing it, so we're not going to say him, even though maybe we would.
I'll give you credit. Saka, if Saka could get
young player of the year.
Saka's back must hurt. That's all I'll say. His back must hurt carrying your team.
100% player of the year as a young player of the year. He's definitely on the list in terms of top 10 for player of the year. I think his goal contribution could do with him increasing a little bit more. Yeah, but apart from that, he's a top player. At 19 years of age to be doing what he's doing 19. And literally carrying your Arsenal team on his back at times, I have to respect and applaud that sort of player.
And he's Nigerian as well. He's Nigerian. Throw that one in there. You get
Throw that one in there. Right. So I'm getting to my favorite part. This is where you can all have your little bit of a say. Score prediction. We usually leave the Don till last, but we're going to start with Mike first on this one, and we'll go down and leave you two at the bottom for your predictions last. So, Mike, get us. Come on, tell us.
Okay, I'm going to put this right out there. 3-0 Spurs.
Down. Oh, right.
3-0 Spurs.
With a nil.
Mikey.
Mike,
you got Corona? You got Corona, man?
Even.
What's messing up with your mind? Like,
look at the rest of the predictions I've made. I've not been far off the results that I've predicted, and I honestly don't think Arsenal are going to cope with that with our front line.
Wow.
If you've got
3-0 Spurs.
yeah,
Even I was saying, "Oh wow, okay," but we'll take it. We'll have some of that. So, Mike, 3-0. Anything about the game you think is going to be the difference in it for us to be that scoreline?
I think our strikers will be clinical, and I actually do think our back line since that Man City game. Jose has found I don't know if you want to call it the chemistry or the magic touch to literally sharp shop. He's found a way to, I suppose, bring out the best in Sanchez, and that is by having the experienced Toby beside him. And it goes to show that we haven't conceded a goal, have we, since that Man City game? And
I think
Sanchez and Toby.
There's 1 to Wolfsburg.
1 in 5, I think it is it?
We conceded to Palace Monday.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Sunday, yeah.
1 in 5, I believe it is.
Oh yeah. Okay, so
Then
you conceded one goal in the last since Man City game then. So, but I'm still confident that we can keep a clean sheet on tomorrow.
3-0.
Yeah, I'm going 3-0.
That's strong, Mike. That is definitely.
Yeah, lucky we're in different countries, Mike.
I'm going. I'll put it out there. I'm going. Kane 1, Bale 2.
Go on, Darius. Take it away.
Again, I'm gonna stick with my you know what I say. I never predict Spurs to keep a clean sheet, so I'm gonna go 2-1 Spurs. I think 2-1. It's gonna be a tight game. I'm not gonna say that we're gonna dominate the game. I think if Arteta was smart, and he's not gonna do this obviously because he's at home, but I wouldn't throw it all at Tottenham. I think Tottenham don't play as well when we kind of have possession. So obviously, he's going to want Arsenal to keep possession and dominate the game. So I think we're going to play a sort of way that we play against, I know, you Cities, you Chelsea's. We're probably not going to have a lot of possession. I think he will make them press at the start. I think he'll try and get an early goal and basically do what we've been doing at the start of the season. We're scoring early and then trying to maintain and hold on to a lead. And the counter is going to be on. The counter is going to be on if we can score early. And I think that's what he's going to play for. So I'm going to say 2-1 because I just don't see Tottenham keeping a clean sheet in a North London derby. I always think that Arsenal scoring a North London derby. So 2-1. And if you want goal scorers, Kane and Son. Kane and Son.
Kane
all
Son.
Day long.
2-1. Abby, state our case. What's your score predictions?
I actually think it will be a draw. I think it'll be 2-2. Not because I don't think Spurs are capable of winning it. I do. I just don't think that we'll be able to not concede. And I just think I think we're very even, like I said earlier. And even though I think our defense has improved, I just think any type of form always goes out the window in a derby. And anything can happen on it. So I just have a feeling that it'll be score draw 2-2. I think Kane and Bale to get a goal. But I just think that I actually think we'll probably be 2-1 up until quite late on, and then I've just got this feeling that we'll probably concede.
So typical, isn't it? You've predicted that now it's going to happen.
Look, I hope I'm wrong, but you know, when we go into these games sometimes, and Spurs have been in like bang on form, and you think there's no chance we're not going to win it, and then we get done like 4-2 at the Emirates. I don't know. I just feel like I've learnt my lesson. So I just think that I can just see it being a draw. And to be honest with you, I think most people would always take a draw sometimes, like. If you
at
think
the
about
Emirates,
it,
yeah,
you know, away from home. If we were at home, I probably wouldn't be thinking the same. But look, I hope I'm wrong. I hope you two are right. But yeah, I think there's no chance that we won't concede.
Cool. Nigerian Englishman, before I come to you, because I want you to close the show out of your predictions.
Okay.
I'm going to give my little bit. It's only going to be a little bit. It's a lot of dependencies. The home thing at the moment, because of obviously the situation with no crowds, Arsenal haven't been that great at home, and I think. Obviously, in a North London derby, the crowds make a massive difference whether you're home or away. That being said, both teams are probably quite evenly matched. I would say, as I said, the defenses are both mistakes in them. So I can see there being goals from both sides, conceding on both areas. I just think that depending on how Arsenal come out, if they approach this game thinking, right, we have to go out and beat Spurs, that plays into our hands. And the first goal is going to be ever so important. We get that first goal, we can then change our tactics, maybe do more of the counter-attacking sort of defensive approach. Because I don't think Arsenal, if they are smart, they will probably play a little bit more defensively and try and play on a counter-attack. All that being said, my predictions are I'm going for a Spurs win. I am not going for a clean sheet as Mike has done, but I'm going for a 3-1 Spurs win. And I'm looking at Kane, Bale and Son to notch. I think all three of them players are going to really up their game, and I think they're all going to want to share the spoil. So 3-1 Spurs. I'm going to even write that down for myself. Sam says 3-1. Nice one. Okay. Mr.
You guys done, yeah?
The main man's time. There you go. Have your time. Have your shine.
You have your time,
Right.
guys. Shine.
Good. Just licking my lips here, waiting for you. Lot. All right, cool. So this is what I was on a stream yesterday with Big Six Bants, and I came into that show thinking 2-2, just like the same as Abby. I'm like, this is Tottenham. What do you mean 2-2? What? No way, bruv. 3-2 Arsenal, yeah? And the reason I'm saying this is because I've heard from all of you lot, yeah? All of you are relying on Arsenal making mistakes. Like I like for teams to come to the Emirates hoping we make mistakes. If that's their only plan to get the win, no problem. I'm not too worried, even though I should be, because we do make a lot of freaking mistakes. But that being said, if we don't give you a goal, I'm very confident that we can get the win, especially if we get that first goal. Because I think it's going to be.
I can't. Have you scored 3 goals in the league this season?
Right, let him have his piece, man, because we've given him enough grief. Let him say his thing. Even though he's talking like he's talking, let him talk.
3 goals. I can't cope with this.
Like, what was the score against Leeds, mate? 3-1, was it not?
That was a different.
Why are you beatboxing, bro? Answer the question, mate.
That was a different year, wasn't it?
Right, thank you. 3-1, just 2 games ago. All right, so I reckon, just like Abby said, there's gonna be 2 goals for Spurs. I think Bale and Kane will score, but I think surprise, Willian's gonna score a free kick winner. Willian.
If Willian scores, I'm telling you now.
Now
If Willian scores, I will not be on the reaction show. I'm telling you that now. If Willian scores, I will not be on the reaction show.
He's got a thing about scoring against Spurs.
I know he does. I know he does.
Look at your history.
Flip it
So
out.
boy,
I don't like that guy. I don't like that
any
guy.
way to get the Arsenal's fans on side, this is the game.
And he will do it as well. He will do it. I know that for a fact. He's going to score a goal.
Darius knows, man. You're going to be a meme soon, Darius. Don't worry.
I know. I'm prepared for it though. I'm ready. I've got my seatbelt on. I've got my jacket ready. So
I was going to accept the 3 goals, but then you mentioned Willian, and it's just you've ruined it.
He's done. So I'll just go around.
I can't cope with that. 3 goals and then Willian as well.
Mike has said 3-0. Darius has said 2-1. Abby said 2-2. I've said 3-1. And the Nigerian Englishman has said 3-2 to Arsenal.
Different scores.
All different scores.
Lovely. One of them has to be right, and then it's going to be a 0-0, isn't it?
So. Guys, it's been really good. I think it's time to wrap up now. So, before we go though, both of you, where can people find you, Nigerian Englishman? Where can people find you? Social media. If you want to give yourself a bit of a shout out.
You can catch me on my YouTube channel every week on One Touch TV. And also on Instagram, OneTouch_TV. Yeah,
brilliant. Thank you, Abby.
On Twitter, you can find me at Abbi_Summers. On Instagram, it's just at Abbi Summers.
Fantastic.
Wait, Mike, I need to follow Mike because I'm going to cut that. Mike, give me your Addy right now.
I think we've birthed a lovely new rivalry there.
I've seen all of yours on the screen, but Mike, coming for you, bro.
Yeah. I look forward to it.
Definitely.
Brilliant. Fantastic show. Just before we go, like, subscribe, share, comment. Make sure we get all these views and hit the notification bell to make sure we receive all information about all our videos. It's not just Spurs on there. We do have an Arsenal fan base as well, but they don't do much. We also have Liverpool and Man United. Hopefully the reaction show tomorrow, we'll see some of these guys come out the woodwork from Arsenal, but only if they win. Because I've said this before, they only come out when they win. I don't expect to see them tomorrow if they don't. Well done, Mr. Nigerian Englishman, for showing up and turning up today. Your fellow counterparts are just not as brave as you. Anyway, that being said, 500 subscribers. We want to make sure we get there as quick as possible, and then there'll be a draw for a football shirt of your choice. Name and number on the back. Guys, brilliant. Thank you very much. I'm so excited. I can't tell you.
Let's have it, boys.
I cannot tell you how excited I am. But
thanks for having me as well.
We have to wait till tomorrow. No, that's been really good. Thank you very much. Hope you guys can come back at some point. We'll make sure we all keep in contact. And now we are out with this.